welcome to my kitchen and welcome to this Epicure online cooking demonstration, virtual party. If you're watching, make sure you let me know that you're watching, or hashtag replay if you're watching it later. Just by watching, you get a chance, another chance to earn win a prize, earn another ballot to win a prize. So make sure you let me know that you're watching. So why we're here tonight is my goal and Epicure's goal is to help you get a wholesome, delicious, quick meal on the table for your family in around 20 minutes. That is Epicure's goal, raw to ready in 20 minutes, or sometimes less. This video is going to be a little bit longer than 20 minutes because I'm going to talk to you about a little bit of stuff, but generally the actual cooking time is going to be way less than 20 minutes for what we're making tonight. So if you don't know much about Epicure, make sure you do check out the videos that I posted earlier in the group about what Epicure is, and Amelia Warren, the CEO, talking about their company, and a Canadian company that we are in the States now, but it's based in here in Canada. So that's a really awesome video to watch just to learn more about the company. Everything is gluten-free, nut-free, made in a completely nut-free facility. Everything, there's no preservatives, no additives. Everything is really quality ingredients. They don't compromise on quality. Even in a pandemic that we're in right now, part of the reason why, unfortunately, currently there's some things that are out of stock when you go to purchase. And that's because Epicure doesn't compromise on their quality. They're making sure that they are sourcing good quality ingredients for your food. And that's pretty amazing. It just goes to show, and it's unfortunate sometimes that things are out that you want, but it goes to show just how, how much they value the quality of their ingredients. If you didn't get a chance to check out that video, definitely check that out. I also did a little intro video at the beginning of the party, but if you didn't check that out, I am going to talk a little bit about what I got started with and some of my favorite products. Let's get started. So tonight, I'm going to be making some chicken souvlaki and using the Greek kit, some items from the Greek kit, and I'm going to make a little bit of a dessert. And I was going to do a little appetizer as well too, but I couldn't decide. Anyways, I'm going to talk about a few things, but we're going to make a few things from the Greek kit and then a dessert. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the dessert, just because it needs some time to set. So what I'm going to be making tonight is the chocolate pudding. I'm actually going to make half this pack because it's quite a bit. And I'm going to do something special with this chocolate pudding tonight. So this is one of our meal solutions, and I'm going to talk a lot about some of the other meal solutions and some of my favorites, but this is a great meal solution. So always on the back, there's always instructions, directions, suggestions. So for some of the meals, they might give vegan options, and you don't have to follow these exactly for some of the meal solutions. This one I'm going to change up a little bit. So combine the contents of the pouch with 2 cups of milk. You can combine any milk. You could use almond milk, you could use whatever milk suits you or you have in your refrigerator. And then it says whisk or beat with a mixer for 2 minutes. And then obviously we're going to cover it in chill because it has to set. This is a pudding. So I'm going to do something a little different tonight. Like I said, I'm only going to do half of this, but I'm also going to, so instead of 1 cup of milk, I'm going to do 3/4 cup of milk. And then I'm going to put a little, I didn't have Bailey's, but I'm going to put a little alcohol in there. Just a nice little treat for my husband and I. So we're going to put some Irish cream in there as well tonight. And then I brought out to top on top, there are some awesome food toppers. This Cocoa Crunch is really great for yogurt. It's really great for oatmeal. It's really great just to give an extra little sweetness to things. So this has tri-seeds, organic cocoa nibs. We've got coconut. We've got organic sugarcane, organic cocoa powder, cinnamon. Just gives a little flavor to everything with not being super sugary. So we're gonna sprinkle that on top after as well too. So I just want you to show that. Okay, so again, I'm gonna put only half the contents in, and I'm gonna kind of wrap this up for another snack for us later. Oops. Oh, and these are my Prep Pro scissors. I just didn't cut low enough. There we go. Okay. And these prep scissors are really great for anything, not just opening packages. You can actually even like cut the meat and cut food with these, you know, veggies, green onion. So these are really great handy little things, okay? So this half of this packet, I'm gonna, again, generally do a half of a packet here. So it goes up to here, okay? And then we're just gonna whisk it with, like I mentioned, I'm gonna mix a little bit more. There we go. There's quite a bit in these packages. I'm just gonna set that to the side. Okay, so then 3/4 cup milk. And just for a little something for the adults, we're gonna do some Irish cream. Okay. Again, you can substitute in, so there we go. Any type of milk for these. And a lot of the desserts, you can substitute, here's my whisk. So I'm just gonna whisk this up for a couple minutes. A lot of the desserts you can substitute things in. And remember, so I'm just gonna show you while I'm whisking. Put those to the side. I'm just gonna put these away so they don't get too warm. A lot of the desserts, so I'm going to show you one of my favorites. This one my son and I make all the time. So this is a sweet banana bread or muffins. Make it a banana bread or muffins. Remember, all their desserts, well, everything is gluten-free, right? So when you're baking with gluten-free packages, it's really handy to let the dough rise and to let it sit. You just need to know that, you know, you're not just baking regularly, you're baking with gluten-free. But for this one, you're literally mixing bananas, eggs, and oil. And I often use, instead of the oil, I use applesauce for these, and they're so, so delicious. So this sweet banana bread and the chocolate fudge sauce, you can make this as chocolate fudge, but you can also make it as an icing. So once it cools, you can then beat it and make this as an icing for, this is really great for the cupcakes, but it's also really great for the muffins. And if you don't have, these are awesome, the silicone muffin makers. So this is what my son and I will make ours in. And they are everything, all the silicone. I'll talk a little bit about that when I talk about the multi-purpose steamer, but all of the silicone is both microwave, obviously, and oven safe. So I've made muffins in the microwave, these banana bread muffins in the microwave, and they take like no time at all. I'm pretty sure it says here, microwave. So cook 8 minutes on high if you're making like a loaf pan, so you could use your rectangular steamer. And then for the, it also gives instructions for if you're using the oven, okay? So depending on if you're using an oven or if you're using a microwave, it gives instructions for both of those things, okay? Okay, so yeah, so lots of options for dessert, especially for those people that do have that gluten sensitivity, okay? All of Epicure's, remember, everything out of Epicure is gluten-free. So you know someone that has that sensitivity, this is really, really handy to have so many dessert options for them. Okay, so yeah, and then the muffin, like I mentioned, that can go in the oven and the microwave. And there's lots of, there's mini loaf pans that you could buy. You could buy the little petites. I actually have a video of all the other silicone ware that you can be using, cookware. And I do have a whole video on the multi-purpose steamer, but we are going to talk about the multi-purpose steamer because we're going to use that tonight for our chicken. So while I'm still stirring, I'm just going to make this stir for a little bit longer. I'm starting to get tired. I hope you are enjoying your evening and having a drink while you're watching. I know when my husband can take my children for 20 minutes outside or for a walk or for a drive, I'm going to have some wine. So I hope you're enjoying as well. Okay, this is almost done. Okay, and like I said, this has to just sit. That's the whole point. It's a pudding, right? So it's going to sit in the fridge. And that's why I do it first. Okay, and while I'm going to get this out, I'm going to grab my chicken. Okay, so I've prepped some things in advance. These some things in advance of this, just so that, like, I've done some cutting so that you don't have to watch me cut the entire time. So yeah, so what we're gonna do now is, so we've got dessert in the fridge ready to go. I'm gonna start my chicken. For my chicken souvlaki, we're making chicken souvlaki, like wraps. Got tortillas ready actually here. Their tortillas are here. I'm just gonna warm them in this steamer later, just to, again, have them nice and toasty warm for when we're ready. So this is my multi-purpose steamer. Again, if you didn't watch my video on the multi-purpose steamer, make sure you watch it. This is like the #1 product for a reason. Okay, if you're gonna buy, all their cookware is amazing, but if you're gonna buy one piece of cookware, this is the item that you want. Okay, it's amazing. It's gonna save you so much time in the kitchen, and if you're a busy mom, this is what you need. So it comes with a little kind of handy dandy card that gives you some general guidelines, cooking directions. So depending on if you're making pasta, rice, again, so many really great things that you can use this for. Salmon, I started making with my small rectangular steamer, I started making salmon, and that kind of was what converted me to, and now I obviously have the big one. Salmon is a great thing to cook in the steamer. Vegetables, quinoa, oatmeal, popcorn, so many amazing things that you can cook in this. And then the tray, obviously, to either level if you're doing levels, or if you want to separate. Okay. When you cook rice, this you don't cover, you use this as a topping. But yeah, so tonight we're gonna cook chicken. We're gonna make, I've got my peppers cut up, I've got my chicken cut up, we're gonna make chicken souvlaki, and I'm going to be putting the chicken and the peppers all together with my seasoning, and I'm gonna put it in here, okay? So we don't need the tray for this particular meal. Okay, so like I mentioned, I've just prepped a few things. So I've got just some cut up peppers. Got my cut up chicken all ready to go, just in little like strips. And okay, put that in here. Real good in there, perfect. Just gonna move these things to the side. Okay, now, so like I mentioned, we're gonna be using items from the Greek kit. Okay, so the Greek kit is, and I'll talk a little bit about my favorite kit. I love the Greek kit too, but my favorite kit is the Mexican kit, and I'm gonna talk about that as well. But souvlaki, okay, is what we're gonna be using. So I am going to use this is my handy dandy little 4-in-1 measuring spoon. It fits in all of the jars, okay? That's what's so great about this tool. And then I'm gonna season my chicken and my peppers right in here. I'm gonna mix them all up. Okay, so, there we go. Okay, there's one, and then I'm gonna do some stirring. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you're just gonna mix them up, make sure they've got all good coating. I mean, we're gonna put this in, we're gonna stop it, and we're gonna stir it anyways. Okay. Okay. Chicken, I don't want to use that again. Okay, and then. Okay, guidelines. In terms of like for flavoring, in terms of like spice, if you can follow, there's tons of recipes on epicure.com, so you could follow a recipe to the T, or you'll get familiar with how much seasoning you like. You can always add more. That's the great thing about it. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in to start for 5 minutes. Okay, you want to make sure the lid is on really good. Okay, just gonna put this over here. Yeah, so you want to make sure this lid is on really good. Okay, and obviously you're putting the where the steam is going to come out, you're going to put that away from you so that when you grab it, it's not steaming in your face. Okay, there we go. So let's put it in for 5 minutes. Oh, and that's 2 chicken breasts that I cut up with like a pepper and a half in the steamer. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna make that, the chicken souvlaki. I'm also going to use the lemon dilly from the Greek kit to make a little tzatziki sauce, which will take no time at all. And then I'm also gonna use the Greek dressing. And rather, this can be just made like, mix oil and red wine vinegar to make a dressing for a regular salad. But I'm also gonna make like a little Greek salad with I didn't have feta cheese, and I totally forgot to get feta, but with some olives and some cucumbers, which I've already got cut up. We're gonna throw them all together, and we're gonna put some oil and some Greek dressing in there. But before I do that, I do wanna talk about the kits, okay? So like I mentioned, the Greek kit and the Mexican kit are amazing kits. And you get recipe cards, you get a shopping, like a grocery list. So like you're getting so many servings in these jars, okay? So here are your 5 recipes for the Mexican kit. You're getting your guac, which is one of my favorites and one of the reasons why I first started switching. I love it. You're getting the fajita, okay? The taco and the fajita, again, when you compare them with those store-bought seasonings, these are so much less sodium, okay? The nacho cheese, and then the poco picante for your salsa, which has a little bit of kick. So again, depending on, you know, if you like kick or not, add a little bit of this first, and then you can always add more, right? That's what the great thing, even for the fajita, right? It's a great thing about them. You can add as much or as little as you want. These are gonna last you a really long time, and they're gonna make a lot of meals, okay? You can follow those recipe cards, or you can create your own. Or again, like I said, go on to epicure.com, because there's so many options for those things. The guac, I just make anytime just to have for a snack. The nacho, you can make it as a little warm nacho dip. So delicious, okay? The other thing I wanted to point out before I make the other items is the extraordinary cheese dip. So when you get, so lemon deli we're using tonight, but you can buy the extraordinary trio set, which is like one of the best things to start with. Has the lemon dilly, the CCB, which is cheddar chive bacon, and the 3 onion. Okay, you mix those together with some cream cheese and some sour cream or Greek yogurt and some shredded cheese, and it is the most delicious dip ever. You can use that to stuff mushrooms with. You can use that to stuff chicken with. It is just one of the most delicious combinations, and you're gonna use those 3 things. Like I use my lemon dilly all the time, okay? So you're gonna use these ones very, very frequently, okay? So those are just a few of like my favorite kits and things. And if you don't know where to start, those are kind of the places that you wanna start. Okay, drink break. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, we've got our chicken going. I'm gonna start the Greek salad. So like I said, I've cut up a few things in advance. So they are in my, they're in my little mini prep bowls, okay? So I'm just gonna get a bowl and throw all these things together with some oil. And so I've got my tomatoes that I've cut up. There we go. We've got some, that's for my, I'm gonna say that's for my tzatziki. That's my shredded cucumber. I've got some cut up cucumber. Okay, and I've got, in this one I've got some olives and I've got some red onions. I didn't have red olives. I really was, again, I forgot to get feta. If you have feta, you're gonna put feta in here for sure. That would be delicious. Okay, and then, so all we're really gonna do is we're gonna mix this up. We're gonna put some olive oil and some Greek dressing. Okay, so I'm gonna get my olive oil, I'm gonna get my Greek dressing. Again, you can flavor it, depending on how much flavor you want. Okay, so I'm going to just add a couple teaspoons, and then you can always check and add more later, right? That's the great thing about, okay, just a little bit of oil to start. Okay, I'm gonna wash my 3-in-1 here. So, simple as that. I've got a side salad here, okay? I may add a little bit more seasoning, okay? Okay, so, and that's it. There's my side salad, okay? And I'm gonna check on my chicken right now, okay? Okay, perfect. So my salad is done, okay? My side salad. Okay, let's check on this chicken. Okay, when you grab make sure you touch it before you pull it out, because sometimes they can be really hot. Okay, and obviously the steam, you gotta just be careful with the steam. Okay, so I'm just gonna move this around, see how the chicken's cooking. Some of them aren't cooked yet, I can already tell, but it's got a good start. So I'm just gonna move this around, separate them because sometimes they stick together. Okay, and then put it back in. So that was in for 5 minutes. I'm gonna put it in for 3 more minutes. Okay, and again, this is 2 chicken breasts and some peppers. Okay, and then 3 more minutes and then it's gonna be cooked for sure. Okay, and then in that time, I'm going to make my tzatziki that's gonna go on it. And then we are going to be good. Okay, put this back in for 3 more minutes. Okay, and my tzatziki. So I'm literally mixing, I already have some grated cucumber. I'm going to be mixing in some Greek yogurt and my lemon jelly. And there's my topping. Okay, so I'm gonna get the Greek yogurt out. Okay, Greek yogurt and my lemon jelly, and then I'm set for that. Okay, just my hair is bothering me. Okay, so these are my prep bowls, which come in my business kit. So if you're interested in the business, please let me know. I would love to talk to you about the business. It's super, super easy. The best part about this business is I'm literally cooking dinner for my family right now, and in the comfort of my own home. You're watching. It's just amazing. And there's so many great perks, and I'm feeding my family healthy, good food. Okay. So these prep bowls, a lot of this stuff was in my business kit. The steamer is in the business kit. Okay, what else? So yeah, now here's my tzatziki sauce. Amazing, smells so good. The lemon dilly, again, is one of my favorites. If you want to host a party, so I talked about business. If you want to host a party, please let me know. It's super, super easy. I do all the work, and you get all the perks and the rewards, and I love giving people free stuff. Okay, that's ready. And then also, if you haven't yet joined my VIP group, make sure you join my VIP group and check that out. It's where I post what I make in the kitchen. It's where I post some recipes. If things are coming back into stock, I'm going to post that as well. Yeah, so it's a great place to check out if you're interested in Epicure. Okay, other than that, I'm going to share with you a few of my favorite meal solutions. Just to remind you a few things about, again, the silicone. I think I mentioned everything is oven and microwave safe, but it's also dishwasher safe. So you can put things in the dishwasher. And okay, what else did I not talk about? Okay, so yeah, some of my favorite meal solutions. I mean, I have a lot, let's be honest, but all of them are great, no matter what you go with. And I know some, yes, are out of stock right now and you can't get some, but all of them are so delicious, it doesn't matter. Speedy lasagna is something you can make in your multi-purpose steamer, amazing. The pad thai, General Tao, so good. Some of these, and they give some really great vegan or vegetarian options as well too. Because remember, these packets are all gluten-free, nut-free. What you put in there with them, right? So you're mixing this with whatever veggies, whatever protein. Great, I'm gonna check that. With whatever you want, and there's your meal. So you want it to be vegetarian, you can make it vegetarian. The General Tao, you can do it with like cauliflower. You can make General Tao cauliflower, which I've done before. It's so delicious. So all of these, mac and cheese is such a good thing. Again, make it all right in your steamer. Okay, so there's so many meal solutions that are just so delicious. Okay, we're gonna check the chicken, and it should be done. I'm gonna check it though. And then, like I said, remember, I'm just gonna warm up my tortillas. This is an old small starter steamer. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so you can see. Okay, well maybe you can see. Yes. So the chicken is done. Never cut in here. I always just kind of use my grip and grabs and just kind of break a piece of chicken open just to check it. Yes. Great. Okay. So I am literally done. I'm going to cover this up, and then I'm going to let it sit so that it doesn't sit in here so it doesn't get too cold. And I'm done. My dinner is ready. I just have to warm up my tortillas. I've got my tzatziki. I've got my side Greek salad, and dessert is in the fridge, cooling down. And yeah, I think that's it. So thank you so much for joining. I hope you learned something. Whether you love Epicure for, the gluten-free, like the health reasons, whether you're just trying to eat healthier in general, no preservatives, whether you love it because it's delicious, because it is, whatever reasons you love Epicure, there's so many reasons to love it. So I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks so much for joining me in my kitchen. Have a good night.